Hey everybody, good evening and welcome to Against the Public for Monday, March 24th. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining me. We're the only show to analyze early betting patterns by the public, and we've done that once again with 3 more free NBA plays for Monday. Before we get to those plays, jump on any of my 3-packs that will be available up on Pickdawgz.com, whether it's the NBA, college basketball, NHL. Get any of those plays or any of those 3-packs for $49.99. And of course, they all come with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. And NHL customers, they know what's up. We absolutely crushed the 3-pack today. It looks like the NBA customers are going to be happy because it looks like that Knicks or that Lakers game is going to go over the total. So make sure you get involved with one of those 3-packs. Or better yet, get involved with an all-access pass. That means you never miss another best bet winner from me again. You get every one of my NBA plays, college basketball plays, NHL plays, Major League Baseball plays coming up. Get every one of those plays every single day for one low price. And a 30-day package is less than $11 a day. A 90-day package is less than $10 a day. An annual all-access pass is just $3.56 a day, guys. So grab your credit card, throw it on there. We'll pay it off a little bit every month and just roll our sleeves up and let's make 2024 our best year ever. If you're not an all-access customer yet, well, here's exactly why you need to be an all-access customer. And we'll break it down by sport. NBA, 55% winners over the last 7 days. 55% winners over the last 30 days. 56% winners over the last 90 days. That's 1,661 units won in that span. 1,284 units won this season in 23 and 24. Let's not forget the NHL, guys. Over the last 7 days, I've crushed 62% of my NHL plays, including that sweep today, a perfect 3-0 on the ice. I'm number one amongst cappers with at least 10 plays in the NHL over the last week. And in 2024, plus 2,083 units won. We told you 2024 was going to be a fantastic year, and it certainly is starting out to be. So make sure you follow me all season long. When choosing a capper, guys, never matters about the hype, never matters about what they say they're going to do. It only matters what the record says they are. And right now our record is pretty good. Make sure you join us in 2024. So let's get serious about your March bankroll right now. Let's get to our free plays, and we're going to start things off 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 5:13, 5:14, Charlotte Hornets versus the Cleveland Cavs. Cavs minus 12 and 204 is your total. This number opened up without any movement, but we are seeing a little bit of juice on the under, so be aware of that. That probably is going to move to the under before too long at most books, but just a few of those smaller books, we started to see some juice on the under. Now, we know Charlotte for the most part has been a pretty unpredictable team for most of the season when it comes to totals, but lately they've been under in 14 of their last 18 games. That's really a trend that I can't ignore. Even in their last game against Atlanta, that game would have went easily under the total if Atlanta just was, out of control, hot in that game. I probably could tell you, I couldn't even mention or name the last time I saw a team shoot 56% from the field. But that's exactly what the Hawks did, and they shot 48% from 3, and that game did go over the total, but we're not going to see that every single night. Charlotte isn't a great defensive team, but they usually do make their opponents work for good shots. They do work it down on the shot clock. It's not like, it's run and gun against the Hornets on most nights. So I don't think we're going to see what we just saw against the Hawks. And I think the bookmakers feel the same as they posted this number as 205. Both teams are an identical 32 and 38 to the under this season. Cleveland 7 and 6 to the under in their last 13 games. We're going to go under 205. And then 7:30 Eastern Time, game 5:15, 5:16, Detroit Pistons versus the New York Knicks. Knicks now 16.5, 206.5 is your total. I hope some of you got the better of the number, because when we gave this game out last night, it was plus 12, climbed all the way up to plus 15, which Detroit finally, they came back and actually covered this number. But even if they covered it, and even if you got a win in this, for me, watching this game, I've lost that kind of that luster to back the Detroit Pistons, even getting big numbers. I'm done for a little bit with that confidence until they can prove they could be a little bit more competitive. New York has been really good against the number this year, which is more impressive when you're a favorite than when you're not, like the Pistons. So we talk quite a bit about how incredible it is that the Pistons have around 500 mark ATS when their straight up record is so bad. But it's far more impressive when you're a good team like the Knicks and you have a great ATS record because you're laying points every night. Not only are you winning, but you're going to have, you have to win by a pretty good margin. When you're a good team, that margin is not 1 or 2 points. So very impressive if you're a Knicks bettor. I also wonder, we know that Tom Thibodeau is asking for that contract extension, and he absolutely deserves it. And I also kind of wonder, how does that affect the team? I mean, it doesn't affect them negatively. So I wonder, if you're Tom, do you say, man, I'm going to leave my starters in maybe a minute or two more because I want every game to be an impressive. I want to be impressive. I want it to be a showcase of what I can do for this franchise. And certainly there's no denying that with Thibodeau there, that they have had their best run in New York and, God, forever. So he will get that contract extension. I don't know if he's going to get Popovich money, and I don't know if he's going to get Kerr money, but could nestle somewhere in there with the Monty Williams money a little bit. He does deserve it. He's only making $7 million a year this year, so we'll see, how that all plays out. But reluctantly, I don't love to lay these kind of points, but we're going to take New York minus a 16.5. And in game number 3, 7:30 Eastern Time, Brooklyn Nets minus 5.5, 215.5 is your total against the Toronto Raptors. Raptors are at home in this one. Sorry, there was a typo on the screen. The Nets are a disaster. Another failed cover at New York. They failed to cover 7 of the last 9 games. 8 of the last 9 straight up they've lost. I do agree that the Nets should be a favorite in this game, a slight favorite, -1. But when I'm looking at 5.5, I just wonder what warrants them being a 5.5 point favorite against Toronto, even though Toronto's lost 10 straight games. 5.5 to me is a lot for Brooklyn, who has not been impressive at all against Toronto. Toronto, even though Toronto's lost 10 straight. Just New Jersey or Brooklyn doesn't come in and knock my socks off either. After the Knicks game, we also saw the Nets dealing with some injuries. We know Dennis Smith is going to be out for this game. Cam Johnson is going to be out. Bates Diapo is going to be out for this game. So I just, for me, we got some injuries that we're dealing with. We have a Brooklyn team that does not give me any confidence whatsoever to lay points on the road. The Raptors pummeled New Jersey last time that they played each other about a month ago, beat them by 28 as a 1.5 point favorite. I'm not laying 5.5 on the road. That is 27th out of 30th and 27 out of 30 in field goal percentage on the road. So we're going to take Toronto plus the 5.5 as your third free game. So that does it for your free plays for Monday. Go to pickdawgz.com right now. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that will give you every single one of my plays for one low price. Remember, the NBA college basketball and NHL 3-pack will be up a few minutes after this post is released. Definitely the college basketball will be up, and maybe, depending on if I can finalize a few things, we'll have the NHL up there as well. But if not, of course, they'll be up there in the morning. Make sure you get involved. I appreciate everybody that has this weekend. Had a pretty good weekend, squeezed out a profit, and certainly want to do that again and have a great week and get into next week and squeeze out more profit. Just waiting on that Lakers game. Looks like that game's going over, so we can count that as a win too. All right, so here's our recap for Monday. Charlotte, Cleveland under 205, New York minus 16.5, and Toronto plus 5.5. This continues to be a massive month. Let's stay disciplined. Let's add to our 2024 bankroll. And I appreciate everybody that takes the time to watch the videos and say nice things on the videos. And any kind of comments you have, guys, make sure, good or bad, I'm more than happy to look at them. But I do appreciate everybody for watching. That does it for today's show. I'm Dana Lane for Against the Public. Make sure to join me and an all access pass for Monday so we can absolutely tear up the rest of the month. But thanks for joining me. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.